With summer in full swing, there have been several shark attacks in the U.S. so far this year. So why do they happen, and what can we do about it? A new NatGeo series, Investigation Shark Attack, takes a closer look. New Smyrna Beach on Florida's East Coast, a gathering place for thousands of sharks and throngs of beachgoers. Now, a team of experts is hoping to explain that often misunderstood relationship by studying an alarming series of shark bites last summer.
We've got 3 incidents over just a few days from July 4th to July 8th. What's going on along this stretch of coast?
After one beachgoer dubbed the area the shark bite capital of the world, National Geographic series Investigation Shark Attack is trying to determine why.
There are more bites here than other places where there are lots of people in the water. So it does raise the question, what's going on here?
The sharks are drawn to the warm, shallow waters here, which have a rich supply of fish to eat. The nearby mangroves offer protection, and the area also has this: sandbars, sharks swirling just over top of one.
Sandbars often can kind of have this corralling effect on fish. And you'll see if you're on the beach and you're looking at a sandbar or waving at your buddy who swam over to the sandbar, a lot of times you'll see schools of fish in between the sandbar and the shore. And so from the perspective of a shark, this is really convenient. This is kind of like a fish trap.
The team's research serving as this warning for those venturing into the blue waters. It's the shark's habitat, and we are just visitors.
Sometimes there are so many people and so many sharks converging in this area that people are literally swimming into sharks or jumping on sharks in some cases. And all of a sudden, wham, this huge human lands on them. Of course, they're going to turn around. They don't really have much to fight back with other than their mouth.
So joining us from Investigation Shark Attack, one of the lead investigators, marine ecologist Dr. Mike Heithaus. Dr. Heithaus, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So obviously we were talking about like the different, it seems like we've seen more of these human shark encounters so far this year, but are those really on the rise, or is it really just like social media, smartphones, we're hearing about them more?
Well, we're hearing about them a lot more, and we talk about them a lot more, but it's really not on the rise. Last year was actually a down year for shark incidents, but this is the time of year, it's warming up, tons of people are going into the water, and that's what usually leads to more incidents. But in general, it's just really bad luck.
And I think people don't even realize how often we are close to sharks when we're in the water. We just don't see them. So if we do come across one, what should we do?
Well, if you come across one, keep an eye on them and back out of the water. Remember, there are more than 500 species of sharks, and most of them are more afraid of us than we are of them. And so just give them their space, and things are probably going to be okay.
And what does some of this research that you've done, what does it tell us about sharks and their behavior?
Well, Investigation Shark Attack's amazing because we're bringing in some of the best experts in the world using tech like drones in the air, cameras on sharks to really understand the behavior from the perspective of sharks. And what we see is that they're really good at avoiding biting people. In fact, there are tons of encounters where the sharks completely avoid us.
What can we all do to stay safe at the beach?
Well, the most important thing to do is to talk to the local lifeguards and be aware of conditions. You know, rip currents can be more dangerous than sharks, a lot more dangerous, but lifeguards will know what's going on. Avoid swimming in areas where there's shark food. So you see lots of fish, avoid that. Turbid waters are something you might want to avoid, but the main thing to keep in mind is that it's a great place to be this July 4th weekend. Sharks are not your biggest risk, but always listen to the local lifeguards.
So don't blame the sharks.
Don't blame the sharks.
Yeah, they're just doing their thing, and we're visitors in their habitat.
We are visitors, and the thing to remember is we want sharks in our oceans. They're really important to the health of ocean ecosystems that we rely on. So what we want to do is find a way to enjoy the oceans and make sure that there's still plenty of sharks in them.
Dr. Mike Heithaus, we appreciate you giving us a little bit of a reality check about humans and sharks and how we can all get along at the beaches. So thank you very much. We appreciate it.